A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Dear respected ulama karam, dignitaries, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I, Arshad Hakim Abdul Rashid, would like to welcome you to this first fundraiser event of Ruya Foundation, and I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu to all. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters, for coming and spend your afternoon with us. We really appreciate it, and we understand it's important, and it is very important for us. So thanks again. We could not thank you enough for being here. So let us first start traditionally by the recitation of few verses from Holy Quran, and for that I would like to request Brother Ahmad Itarwala to come forward on the stage and present it. Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أولم ير الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء حي أفلا يؤمنون. Have those who disbelieve not considered that the heavens and the earth were a joined entity, and we separated them and made every living thing from water? So then will they not believe? ألم تروا كيف خلق الله سبع سماوات طباقا وجعل القمر فيهن نورا وجعل الشمس سراجا والله أنبتكم من الأرض نباتا. Do you not consider how Allah has created the seven heavens in layers and made the moon therein a reflected light and made the sun a burning lamp? And Allah has caused you to grow from the earth a progressive or a perfect growth. ألم تر أن الله خلق السماوات والأرض بالحق إن يشأ يذهبكم ويأتي بخلق جديد. Have you not seen that Allah created the heavens and the earth in truth? If He wills, He can do away with you and produce a new creation. أفلم يروا إلى ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم من السماء والأرض إن نشأ نخسف بهم الأرض أو نسقط عليهم كسفا من السماء إن في ذلك لآية لكل عبد منيب. Then do they not look at what is before them and what is behind them from the heaven and earth? If we should will, we would cause the earth to swallow them, or could let fall upon them a fragment from the sky. Indeed, there is a sign for every servant turning back to Allah. Sadaqallahul Azim.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Ahmad Itarwala. You did it very nicely. It was a wonderful job. Only Allah can reward you. Thank you very much. Brothers and sisters, the ayat that he has recited, we have chosen them carefully. We chosen these ayat because it has some significance or relationship to the mission that Ruya Foundation is trying to strive. And inshallah, over the period of this program, you will be able to see that. Now, we will start our program. But before I invite the president of Ruya Foundation to present his vision and mission to you, on a lighter note, I would like to say something to you. See, we Muslims in general, and Pakistanis in particular, we love to talk about the condition of Muslim Ummah and the politics of our countries. Whenever we have a gathering, we call it dawat. In any dawat, that's the main topic of main discussing. Politics and their Muslim Ummah's condition. And we all have some ideas. We all have some solutions. We all have some plans. We all have everything figured out. But as we said in Urdu, raat gayi, baat gayi. Night over, sight over. We have been through these kind of discussion many number of times, that when the night is over, the sight is over, but then there are few people, and I hope you, and I wish you know some few people, who, for them the sight is never over. There are very few people who will stand up in the morning and they will think about what they have discussed and how to implement that, how to achieve the goal. They just don't talk about it, they take a step forward and try to solve it, try to do something, be from the one who do some action, not just talking. And fortunately, Dr. Naseem Adil Siddiqui is one such person. He believes in action. So the background of Ruya, if I will talk about it, is that it was just a friendly discussion. Number of times, once Dr. Naseem said, this is too much of talking, we haven't done anything, we should do something, because Allah is going to ask you one day. Then he decided to come up with a vision of a great idea, which he described as empowering ulama. This may solve all the problems, some problem, few problem, but it's definitely going to help solve the conditions and the problems faced by Muslim Ummah today. Inshallah, you will agree. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the president of Ruya Foundation, Dr. Naseem Adil Siddiqui.
Thank you, Arshad sir. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Brothers and sisters and distinguished guests, thank you for joining us today for first ever Ruya Foundation's fundraiser. Okay. When we started Ruya Foundation, we were trying to solve those challenges which Muslim Ummah is facing these days. The challenges, they are multi-dimensional. We have social, political, economical, intellectual challenges. And we have not done so far efforts basically to solve these challenges within our belief system. If we see those things, those challenges manifest themselves in various issues. Issue of illiteracy, extremism, family issues, status of women, banking, democracy and secularism, freedom of expression. So all these issues, they are multidimensional, and the solutions to these issues cannot be just single dimensional. We have to view all these problems from all the dimensions, and from within our belief systems, we have to find good solutions. Okay. So to achieve those solutions, we need to understand where the modern world is going. What are the modern disciplines? How can we use those disciplines to solve these problems? Allah says in Quran, أَكَذَبْتُمْ بِآيَاتِي وَلَمْ تُحِيطُوا بِهَا عِلْمًا أَمَّاذَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. Have you been denying our ayahs while you have not encompassed them with knowledge? The ayah of Allah, they are not just verses of Holy Quran. The ayah of Allah include all natural, physical, biological, social, economical, spiritual phenomena. Which means that to encompass and grasp the ayahs of Allah, we need to have knowledge of all those disciplines. Which also means that Dini knowledge basically is one domain. Now, Dini knowledge is not complete unless we have knowledge of all these domains. So this is important for us. And if we look into it, so this gave us a vision that we have to basically master all the knowledge and unify the knowledge with natural sciences and physical sciences. So we basically thought about Ruya. The name Ruya is derived from the Arabic word Ra, used in Quran over 300 times. Ra means to see, perceive, notice, observe, discern, consider, think and contemplate. And the Quran uses the ayah you have heard in the tilawah and the ayah you have seen before this presentation on the screen. In those ayah, basically the Quran uses this word to see through logic, analysis, experimentation, history, and spiritual insight, encouraging the knowledge of physical and social sciences. So this name Ruya Foundation captures the mission of Ruya. The name Ruya captures the mission of Ruya beautifully. So this helped us to define our mission statement. Our mission statement basically says, strive for the reconciliation of Islamic thoughts and scientific facts, only scientific facts, and encourage rational analysis of religious practices. So how will we do these things? How could we achieve those things? We thought about that, and we saw that ulama play a central role in Muslim communities. Muslims all over the world, they see towards ulama to explain and relate their daily experiences with their belief systems. But we also felt strongly that ulama, the connection of ulama with the community is weakening, because ulama did not have opportunity to go to the same schools and the same universities where the common or the contemporary common man is going. So this keeps them away from the process of modern thought. So we thought that the first thing to solve our issues is basically to empower our ulama with the modern knowledge, especially natural and physical sciences, economical sciences. And this would be the best gift of our generation for our future generations. So considering this thing in mind, we just started Ruya Foundation, and we focused on and how we will implement this mission. So our mission implementation basically have two phases, two focuses. One focus is basically to train our ulama in both dini and natural and physical sciences. And the secondary focus is basically to arrange seminars to induce healthy debates to solve our issues within the ambit of our belief system. Provide educational materials and tools to Sunday schools, to mosques, publish papers and articles, and connect with universities and encourage research in Islamic disciplines. So this is our second focus. But for now, because it is a secondary focus, we will, for now, our most important focus is our primary focus, which is to train our ulama both in sciences and in dini knowledge. So for that, we have come up with three-phased plan. Plan number one basically is that we will provide BS, MS, PhD scholarships to candidates who already have a alim, mufti or sheikh degree, or they are enrolled in a madrasa to get those degrees. So this is or sometimes we may have graduates in sciences and they might want to go to dini schools to learn ilm deen. So we will also provide scholarships to them to go to dini schools. So this way we will be able to at least unify our dini knowledge with the modern natural, physical and economical knowledge. Our second plan, if plan one is successful and if community supports us, and if, of course, if Allah Almighty supports us, and the plan one is successful, then we go into plan two. And in plan two, what we think we will take high school graduates, and we will give them dual scholarships. We will first send them to Dini schools or to universities, and then send them to universities or Dini schools, whatever the case may be. However, these plans might take longer and might take lots of dedication on part of candidates. And another thing which is basically that some candidates might stop after getting 1 degree. So we want to give scholarships in this plan as a loan. Unless when the candidate completes both the degrees, the loan will be changed to scholarship. Loan will be forgiven. This is a proposal right now. Since this plan is long term, this plan takes time and costly, we also are thinking about our third plan, which will be our third phase. And basically it is a long term plan. It will require a lot of efforts from us. And this plan basically is to basically have come up with an integrated program where ulama are getting both the degrees in parallel. We will have to find participating universities and madrasas. Those madrasas and universities, they have to be in close proximity, and they will develop integrated course, and ulama could get over there both the degrees in shorter time. So this is our plan 3, and that is a longer term plan. So the beauty and strength of our model is that our students go to 2 different school systems. They go to traditional schools and they also go to modern universities. And they first-handedly can see the strength and weakness of both the systems. And they can then either take whatever is within our belief system and reject and challenge whatever is outside of our belief system. And they will be doing this thing on their free will, without the influence of anybody. So this is the beauty of this model. And make ulama independent thinker. Okay. Scholarship requirement. For now, we are starting this program from US. So first requirement is that the candidates would be US residents. And however, students could be sent anywhere in the world, wherever they get admission. And in the long term, when we have established our model in the US, we will expand our activities, inshallah, to other countries, hopefully. Okay, budget. I think this is a key point. This is why we are here today. We are planning to start from 6 scholars in the first year. And in the second year, we will want to increase the number of scholars to 8. And the scholarship amount will be 10,000 per year per student. And our estimated budget for 2015, including our overhead, is 77K, and in 2016, it is 95K. So if you do the math, our requirement, we want to start scholarships when we have funds for at least 2 years. So if you do the math, we need 232,000 now to start our plan. And we have rounded up this estimate to 250K because we need some funding to support our secondary activities as well. Okay, core courses. We have some approved measures, and we will be adding on those approved measures. Ulama or our students can go and take any measure, but we think that only pursuing the measure might not give them the enough breadth which we think is required to fulfill the vision of Ruya. So we would ask them to take some core courses along with their measure. For now, we are proposing courses in mathematics, in logic, in philosophy, and in media and communication. we will expand upon those courses as we move on. This next slide. Prep courses. Sometimes maybe when the ulama have spent 6 years in Dini schools, they might not be prepared to take up the challenges of university. So they may be rusty. They might need some help to be able to go and take up classes in universities. So we will provide them a chance to take some preparatory courses in community college and be prepared to take up the challenges of the university and colleges. Our commitments. Our commitment is that we will always be transparent. We will give no preference to any segment of our society. We are not sect-based, we are sect-blind. So anyone is welcome, whoever is Muslim. Candidates will be selected by an independent team, and that team will be consisting of educationalists, ulama, and general public. And as we said, the candidates will take prescribed core courses, and there will be no binding on candidates after they have completed their degrees. We think that ulama can choose whatever profession they want to choose after they have done a major. But because scholarship is a lifelong thing, so once a scholar is always a scholar, we think that when ulama, wherever they are, whatever they are doing, they will contribute positively to society and they will fulfill the mission of Ruya. Current status. Ruya Foundation is a 501(c) non-profit corporation. What it means? It means that the donation to Ruya are tax deductible, and it means that we are registered in the state of California as a religious non-profit. How can you help? Spread the message, because we need community support. Please volunteer. We need lots of volunteer. If you have special skills, like for example, like in IT, databases, accounting, legal matters, or public relationships, please come forward, join us, help us achieve our goal. Donate heavily and generously. And other ways, whatever other ways you can think of, please help us. And also, most companies have matching policies for non-profits. Please request your companies to add us in their approved list, so that whatever you donate us, we get double of that. And at the end, we have a Ruya team, and we are blessed that we have a highly dedicated team, and we are not very old. We have, it has been only 9 months, is our 9th month we started, and we already have achieved our 501(c) status. Team has worked very hard, and not only team has worked very hard, but their families, they have supported them a lot, especially our wives. So please say thank you to them, and we need their support all along. We have, can you stand up when I take your name? We have Muhammad Javed sitting behind me, Saqib Ewan, Zafar Singh Hera, Saeed Bhai is traveling, Arshad Rashid, you know, everyone knows him, and Shahid Mughal, way behind, and Rashid Bhatti. So how much time we have left for this thing? Huh? Okay, I can take questions. If you have any question for 5 minutes before I give my concluding remarks.
If they want to write their question, they are
Yeah, you have those index cards. If you want to write your questions, please do write these questions there. And
okay, the question is that the question here, Sahir Ahmed Saab is asking that, is this open for female students as well?
of course. Yeah, of course. Okay, please.
How old do you have to be to get the scholarship?
Very good question. Either you have to be high school graduate, or you have to have a Mufti degree, which means you could be from 18 to 26-year-olds. Okay? Okay, explain your mission in detail. I don't want to go into detail of the mission statement. You have seen that how we are implementing this mission.
Seems to have had a question that can you explain or open up on the selection criteria?
Okay, let me just finish this question. Okay, so you have seen how we will implement our mission. Our mission is basically reconciliation of scientific facts, not theories. Scientific facts with our belief system. Okay, please don't confuse it with any theory that we want to bring our religion under science. No, that is not the issue. The issue is that we want to reconcile them. We want religion to explain science and embrace science. Okay, let us go ahead. What was the other question?
Selection criteria.
Yes.
What was the selection criteria?
The question is that can we give zakat as well?
Okay, that is a very good question. We have not yet discussed with our ulamas in detail. So we are in the process of discussing with them and getting their answers on this thing. What we have right now, what we think, we have 2 accounts. And if you want to give zakah, your zakah will go into different account, and we will make sure that from your money, only those students get scholarship who are eligible to get zakah.
There is one question. Someone is asking that why can't we change our madrasas and include those science courses in it?
The question is that why don't we add science courses in our madrasas? So the answer is that this is one path to go. But as I said earlier in my presentation, that the beauty of our model is that you get to see 2 different school systems. You meet different people. You see different mindset. So if you go to different systems, you learn more. You get to have tolerance. You need to know, you get other people's point of view. If you are getting all your knowledge from one madrasa, so then you will come up with a single mindset, whether you read science or not.
There is a question, where are the women on the board?
Where
are the women?
Okay.
I don't see any women.
Anyone who wants to join us in our board, you are welcome. If you are women, you are welcome. We are looking for women who understand our mission and who support our mission. You are welcome.
So, one of the questions that we received is that why is the plan 1, 2, and 3 important? Can we go to the plan 3 from the outset?
Plan 3 basically is a long-term plan. It requires a lot of efforts. It requires partners. And it will take, when we establish that we are successful in plan 1 or plan 2, that it will be easier for us to find partners. So right now we will not have easy, it will not be easy for us to get partners. How much time do you have left? Because I have to. 5 minutes? Tell me. No, then I don't have time. Okay, so I think we will not take any more questions. We don't have time left. We want to be on schedule. Before I leave, I just want to thank you. When we started Ruya Foundation, we started meeting community members and ulamas. One of the first persons we met was Sarwar Saab. One of the first persons we met was Sarwar Saab of Chandni Restaurant. When we told him about our plan, he was excited, and he told us that it was his idea. He always wanted to do this thing. And he asked us, how can he support us? And since then, he has been supporting us. He has been a great help. And we need more people like him in our community. Similarly, soon after that, we discovered Mufti Nana through his uncle, Uzair Nana. And Mufti Nana is a marvelous person. He drove twice from Marvin County all the way to Fremont, and he spent almost 2 entire days with us, discussing with us, listening to us, and connecting us with other ulamas, and connecting us with the potential candidates. Similarly, at that time, Mufti Mudassir was in India. When he came back, we met him, and he was highly excited. He encouraged us a lot. He prays for us, and he says that this is a noble cause. It is Nema, and he helped us connect to people within his community. Similarly, State President Qayyumi Sahab, we are blessed that we have a person of this stature in our community. He is the president of Srinagar University. We met him a couple of weeks back, and he was highly encouraging. He gave us time, and he gave us insights. And he is here today to show his support for us. And Ustad Osama Cannon heard about Ruya Foundation from my son in Canada. When he heard about this thing, he asked immediately my son to ask Ruya Foundation to meet him. And when we met him, he was excited. He gave us all kind of support. He told us that we could use his offices, his building, for our meetings, for whatever need we have. So he is here today to just show his support with us. Similarly, there were other people who were encouraging: Imam Tahir, Salim Astan Saab, Dr. Rajab Ali, Sheikh Saab. We met many persons. All of them were encouraging. They have supported very yes. And if I forgot any names, please forgive me. And to conclude, just my last remarks, that I feel that this is a blessed moment. We are gathered here, and this is an opportunity for us to basically shape future. We should be thankful, and we should not let this blessed moment go away. Any idea, any concept, however great it may be, it is weak in the beginning. To get strong, it needs support of community, support in the beginning. So please support us and mark your signatures on the future of our generations. Thanks a lot. Ma'as-salam.
Thank you very much, Dr. Naseem Adil. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you have a lot of questions, and we're getting them. They are all valid questions, and believe us, we all have all valid answers. But because of the shortage of the time, we cannot take every question right now, but Naseem Adil is available. And if you still want to discuss, you can still discuss during the program. Write it down. We will have it on our website. We can get back to you if you give us your email address. And have a believe, we have a very legitimate answer of all your questions. So thank you very much. Now, as Dr. Naseem Adil mentioned, our next speaker, and let me tell you this, I was pleasantly surprised to know that one of the prestigious institute of Silicon Valley, San Jose State University, where even my own son goes, whose principal, whose president, we call it vice chancellor in our country, Pakistan, whose president is a Muslim brother, Dr. Muhammad Qayyumi. Now, Dr. Muhammad Qayyumi not only welcomed us, encouraged us, gave us a free parking ticket also so that we can park easily when we went to meet him. And he was gracious enough to to come here, bless us with his presence and say a few words. So please welcome Dr. Muhammad Qayyumi.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's a pleasure to be with all of you, brothers and sisters. When Ruya Foundation came and Dr. Siddiqui Sahab came to my office and we had the conversation, I was really encouraged, and I really looked at a great vision that he has set forth. And I think what really excites me about it is if we look at in religion and the importance of knowledge. When we talk about ilm, in Quran al-Kareem we have the word ilm used over 750 times. So the centrality of knowledge, the centrality of knowledge is so deep in our religion. When you look at the Surah of Taha, Ayah 114, it says, وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا. Oh Lord, increase my knowledge. When you talk about in Quran al-Kareem, the word ilm and light and nur has been used together. We talk about many of our traditions and the word of our Prophet when he talks about the fact when we اطلب العلم ولو كفالسين اطلب علما من المهد إلى اللحد. Learn, seek knowledge, even if it's all the way in China. And at that time, from Arabian Peninsula, China looked almost at the end of the world. Or when you talk about learn ilm, seek knowledge from cradle all the way to grave. So I think that really shows the importance of knowledge. And also, if you look at our 5 pillars of Islam, each and every one of them, from Shahada to prayer, to Swam, to Zakat, and to Hajj, each and every one of those ones became the roots and drivers of so many new scientific ideas that has come to us. When you talk about Shahada and the whole role of nature and looking at how water is a source of life and how that led to so many of the scientific discoveries. When we talk about the prayer, the times of prayer, imagine that Islam has the unique beauty that every hour of the day, of night, somewhere in the world is praying in Islam. That's one of the beauties of it. That's one. And identifying the times of prayer for all the 365 days of the year requires so much mathematics, requires so much of knowledge of the earth, requires, when you talk about Swam and understanding the role of the lunar calendar, and which led to so many discoveries of the astronomical ideas, and that's why so many stars were identified by the Muslims. And when you look at Zakat and the role and how algebra and many mathematical formulas came, or when you talk about even Hajj and identifying about geography and the distance of places. So I think this is just one small piece of it. And if you go back to the beginning of Islam and the Dar al-Hikmah and how that really was the center of scientific discovery. So I think what our Brother Ruya and the Ruya Foundation, Dr. Siddiqui talked about, really gives us back to some of the traditions that was always part of our religion. And that's why I think what they're talking about gives us such a strength. And I really encouraged him because I think this will be a way that our religious leaders will not only have, of course, all of them have the basis of the religious rules and philosophy, but also they will be equipped with the latest scientific discoveries that has been part of our tradition. And that's what I think this idea makes it so strong. Hopefully we'll have many brothers and sisters who will really take this opportunity to be part of this, to really start that kind of a discovery, to really start that kind of a discussion and dialogue that will be so important. And I had, as I mentioned to the Siddiqui Sahab, in any way that I can help and really help on the tradition of how students could take courses in the community colleges, how they can apply for universities. Hopefully many of the courses that they have taken when they were in madrasa, some of them will be counted as part of the general education. All of these are the ways that we can really pave the way for many of our ulama to be able to take degrees in math in logic and philosophy and many others. So I really encourage the group. I really commend them for their great vision. And as I saw so many questions, I think all of these questions really tell me that how everybody is so much engaged and interested. Please continue your engagement. Please continue your support for this wonderful cause. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Dr. Muhammad Qayyumi Saab for this very insightful and supporting speech.